guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I have this nice soft spring clean makeup tutorial for you guys. I love you guys so much and I hope you enjoyed today's makeup tutorial. Hi. I'm gonna take these clips, you guys, to move my hair out of the way. The first thing I'm gonna do is do my brows using the Anastasia Brow Freeze. And I'm gonna use a disposable spoolie, picking up some product, applying it on the back of the cap. And remember, always remember that with this product, a little bit goes such a long way. You don't want to put too much, and you're pretty much just feathering in this product into your brows, and it will slightly start to move your brows upwards and start to make them look fluffier. And now we're gonna go into the Urban Decay Eden Primer, my eyeshadow primer. And I'm not gonna apply it like I normally do, you guys. You know how normally I cut my brows, or cleaned up my brows, and then I apply it all over the lid. This time I'm taking the wand from the tube and applying it on my lids and then brushing it out or blending it out with a makeup brush, just an eyeshadow brush. I know this is really weird and different for most of you because you guys are used to me doing it the other way, but I think this is the correct way to do it, you know? Except, you know, for me, I just love to fill my entire eye whenever I'm doing really heavy eyeshadow and I really want the eyeshadows to really stand out. But for today's makeup, it's definitely something more soft, more airy, more fresh, so I'm gonna apply my primer this way. I'm gonna start off by using this small little eye pencil from Urban Decay in the shade Demolition. It is super tiny. I know I need to go and buy a new one. It's just a dark brown eye pencil. And what I'm gonna do is start to create a outer corner wing. And then we're gonna blend this out with a brush to make it look more smoky and more smooth. So we're definitely starting it backwards today. Picking up this cream eyeshadow from ColourPop in the shade called Moonbeam. And then I'm going to use just a fluffy brush. I believe it's the Morphe M433. And what I'm doing, you guys, is just buffing it in towards the outer corner of the eye into that eyeliner that we just placed to make it look more smokier. But also the purpose of using this cream brown eyeshadow from ColourPop is because I'm going to use it as a base as well, so that way it can look nice and soft and the browns can really pop and look bronzy, which you guys will see later in the tutorial today. So you pretty much just want to focus this towards the outer corner of the eye and then just start to blend out that cream eyeshadow, which is super easy to blend, you guys. This product is so good. I've been low-key really obsessed with cream eyeshadows. Going into the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette, taking this nice dark brown shade, you guys, and that same M506 brush from Morphe that we used earlier, I'm going to start to place that shade towards that eye pencil that we placed at the beginning, just to make it more darker and more on the smoky side, so that way we don't lose that eyeliner. And now switching palettes, you guys, I'm going to go into the BUXOM White Russian using the shade called Take a Dip. I'm going to place this right underneath the brow bone just to highlight that area, but at the same time smooth out any harsh lines that we have in the crease. I'm going to go into the shade called Reveal, and I'm going to use my finger instead of a brush. I'm going to apply this all over the lid. And the reason why I'm using my finger, you guys, is because I feel like it when you apply the product on the finger, it warms it up so that once you apply it on the eye, it feels nice and buttery. And then I'm going to pick up this nice bronzy shade. I'm going to place this just right in the center of the lid to bring back that bronziness, because as you guys can tell with the first shade, it looks more like silvery, and I kind of want to keep this more bronzy. Gonna go into my lash curler from Morphe. You guys know that I've been really obsessed with this lash curler. And then going into my Benefit Bad Gal Bang mascara, no, roller lash, sorry, and applying some mascara. And then going into my Birdie lashes in the style Gemini. These lashes I feel like are perfect for this look just because the inner corners are short and then it extends longer towards the outer corner to give it that nice like cat eye pulled back look. I'm just really obsessed with these lashes. If you guys have not checked out Birdie lashes, you definitely need to. Alright, so now let's start to focus on our complexion. I'm going to go into, of course, the Benefit Professional Primer, and I only apply this down the T-zone because that is where I normally get the most oily, and of course I have, you know, larger pores around the nose area, so I definitely want to go ahead and minimize those, and that's the only place where I do apply this primer. And of course, for foundation today, I'm going to go into the Born This Way from Too Faced Cosmetics in the shade Vanilla, and I'm using this a la mode brush to apply it. So the reason why I'm using this foundation, you guys, is because it is medium to full coverage. It's very hydrating, long wearing, but it's also oil free. And very photo friendly and of course cruelty free, but other than that, you guys, it's just a really nice foundation, especially for the summertime. If you don't want to have a really heavy matte foundation, this one seems to always be my go-to, especially for the summertime. Since we already prepped with the primer, then I feel confident that this foundation will definitely last me for the entire day. And it still keeps my skin very hydrating without it feeling super heavy or cakey throughout the day. Since we use the Born This Way foundation, why not use the concealer as well? This is their multi-sculpting concealer, which can be used for concealing, contouring, or highlighting, and I have the shade Porcelain. Same benefits as a foundation, you guys. It is oil-free formula, cruelty-free, long-wearing. It's supposed to last us about 12 hours, and also photo-friendly. And the best thing is that it's also weightless and hydrating, so the skin will not look cakey or dry. So that's why I haven't used this concealer in a very long time, but whenever I think of wearing something not too heavy within a concealer, this is like literally my go-to. And I'm just applying it in the areas where you guys always see me apply. But if you are noticing, I'm not using that much product because obviously we want this to still feel very airy and fresh. To blend out the concealer, you guys, I'm going to go into the Morphe E30, which is originally just a eyeshadow brush, but I love to use this brush to blend out my concealer. You can also use a makeup sponge if you like, and it's also going to give you a nice, soft, natural look. But me personally, you guys already know that I love to use the brush to blend out my concealer because it kind of gives me a nice airbrush finish, and it just looks really flawless. And then, of course, I went in to blend out my concealer right away. I didn't let it set for too long just because, again, when you leave the concealer sitting on the skin for quite some time, like I always do in my videos, it just provides more coverage and it feels a little bit heavier. So for today's tutorial, I definitely want everything to feel fresh. And then I'm going to go into cream contouring. Of course, the Soul Body the brand is called Soul Body. The Face and Body Bronzing Balm in the shade Medium Dark. It's just a cream bronzer. And this stuff, you guys, is seriously amazing. I'm using just a little bit of it, and I just want to cream contour it, which is going to help minimize the areas that we want our face to look more slimmer and skinnier. Me personally, I always have to go into cream contour just because I feel like it makes such a huge difference, and I'm just really used to it. So you don't have to do this. You can definitely skip out on this and just use your bronzer powder. But this literally dries like a powder, and I love it. I'm super obsessed with it. Of course, I'm also applying some on the sides of my nose to make my nose look a lot skinny and slimmer. And I am brushing the product into the brow so that way it looks more quote-unquote natural. Now, of course, to set the concealer, I'm going to go into the Laura Mercier translucent powder using my Morphe brush, the R11. I'm going to start to just push in the powder underneath the eyes, basically just the areas where we place the concealer. Now, I am not baking for today's video just because I don't want it to feel super heavy or super set. If you are extremely oily, then I definitely recommend you do go in there and bake and, you know, set your face as you wish, because only you know how much you sweat throughout the day. I am combination, so I can definitely get away with just pressing the powder into my skin, and this just allows my skin to feel more airy and more fresh. I know that I continue to keep saying those words, but it really does make me feel airy and fresh. And now to set the cream contour, you guys, I'm going to go into the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder in the shade 330. And you can use this alone, like for the entire face, or you can use it to set your foundation. I personally love to use it as bronzer. I've been doing this for many, many years. I love to use powder foundations, and I'll grab darker colors for bronzers. I just feel like it looks really pretty on the skin, and it looks very natural. Now for the highlight today, you guys, I'm going to go into Estate Cosmetics, their baked highlighter in the shade called Bye. And I'm using my finger, and I'm going to apply this down the bridge of my nose and of course on the tip. This highlighter, you guys, is so bomb. It's so good. Definitely check out SA Cosmetics. I definitely feel like they are underrated. And then, of course, using the Sigma brush just to apply some glow on the forehead because we can't have enough glow. A little bit on my chin, and then grabbing a bullet brush and applying some glow in the inner corners. Going back to the palette, you guys, taking the shade called After Dark, I'm going to start to place it towards the outer corner again just to make that section nice and smoky. And then going into Reveal and applying it towards the lower lash line as well as that bronzy shade, you guys, and applying it once again towards the lower lash line and making this area nice and bright. Going back to my MAC chromographic pencil in the shade NC15, it's so tiny. I need to go buy a new one. But I'm going to place this in the waterline to make the eyes look a lot bigger. You can definitely apply black or brown if you wish, but I definitely want this to look airy. And of course, picking up my roller lash from Benefit and just applying a couple of coats towards my lower lashes. So once our brows are completely dry, you guys, from the Anastasia Brow Freeze, I'm going into this new product from Charlotte Tilbury, and I believe it's in the shade Black. And what I'm going to do, you guys, is just pretty much use the spoolie and brush up the hairs again. But we're going to be doing hair-like strokes with the brow pencil, so we're not going to make them boxy. I'm definitely just applying a few strokes, and that's pretty much it. And this will really give your brow a nice natural look, but at the same time fluffy because of the ABH Brow Freeze, but also because of the brow pencil. You're just creating, you know, fake hair pretty much. For blush today, I'm going to go back into that palette from BUXOM and picking up the shade called New York and just applying some blush to my cheeks. Now for the lip pencil today, I'm going to go into the Charlotte Tilbury in the shade called Hot Gossip. And we're going to go into a gloss from Bella Cosmetics in the shade called Level Up. You can definitely go in with a matte lipstick if you like, but since we have everything looking very soft, I just decided that a gloss would definitely be it for today's makeup look. And of course, to set our makeup, I'm going into the Benefit, the Professional Super Setter, so that way our makeup can last for the entire day. And you guys, that's pretty much it for today's soft, sultry, airy makeup look. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Besitos. Love you guys. Bye.